OCCScrims.
Hi, welcome to another OCC Scrim. I'm Trickster, once again, your host. Joined to me today are Loudtrex and Dink as commentators and Peep streaming. Do you have anything to add before we begin?
Sounds like that's a no. Thank you once again, Trickster. For everyone that needs to know, I am the Loud T-Rex, aka the Quiet Velociraptor, aka Loudtrex, and that is the dankest of monkeys. What's up, man? How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just got done with some family stuff just in time to commentate for this fantastic game that we've got tonight between Frost and Monarch with our Plat division. I am pretty excited to watch these teams. They were our original Plat teams before one other team had jumped in, which is O.C.C, and these teams have been looking pretty good. I'm excited to watch them play.
Now, the biggest thing that we're going to be seeing tonight is we're going to be seeing some familiar faces that come from down below. Star-Lord coming in for Frost, working his way up. And in the subcategories right now, I'm seeing both Bravery and Widowfaker. So we're going to be seeing them play tonight. I wonder, can they display that level of performance? Can they show us that they can be Plat players? I believe that they can. What do you think, Dink?
I think that they're going to perform very well. Star-Lord is a very aggressive Reinhardt, and I think that's exactly what Frost needs, that little bit of push to take the team fights, because in the last couple scrims that we've seen, they seem a little hesitant. And I think with Star-Lord on that Reinhardt, there's no room for them to be hesitant unless they are going to let him get punished.
Now, that's the thing, though. From what I understand, Star-Lord will actually be going in the healer category. He will not be coming. He will not be coming in as the MT this time. I don't know if they're going to end up switching that out, but as far as I understand, that's how that's going to go. I've been talking to Star-Lord a little bit, trying to work with him, get his Ana game up. So let's see what he's got for us tonight. Meanwhile, Monarch does have Bravery in the subs, so Bravery Widowfaker being able to bust out that Rein Zarya combo. I mean, a lot of it is up in the air. The subs are really going to be important as to where they're going to go and how they're going to get there. So we'll see how it gets there. So first map of the night, Lijiang Tower. Ooh, I love me this map. I love me this map, particularly as Ana. I like to stay nice and safe and cozy.
This map is one of my favorite control maps, probably only second to Nepal. Nepal is another one of my favorites, but Control is easily my favorite game mode, and Control's my favorite to watch as well as play.
Right. I always think the dynamic when you're playing Control map really shifts completely from the rest of the game, because there isn't that one point that you're trying to protect. It's multiple points that you have to attune for, and you really have to figure yourself out as you're kind of figuring out where you're going to be on the map, your proper positioning, so on and so forth. So I always feel like it really adds a lot to it. You're going to usually see a lot of flanker characters, Pharahs. A lot of mobility, I feel, is really required in order to play these particular maps properly. I mean, what do you think?
I definitely agree with that. The only thing that makes Control hard, I believe, is the way that the dynamic shifts between points is just night and day for some of them. And it requires different team comps, and some teams are really good on some points and not as good on others. But right now, we're going to get it underway here. Take it away, Lotrix.
And Frost coming in heavy, coming in. He might be coming in on the inside, left side, and they're going to be met up by Monarch, and the initial shots are coming out. Quadruple support coming in, and here comes the strikes, but doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Eternal coming in with a double, and Frost already in some quick trouble. Looks like they're going to have to go ahead and back out. Epic Sinner getting taken out by Eternal, and Dawnbreaker having to go in for the reset. That was a quick fight. Just in time here for the point grab. We're going to start off right here, 1%. What do you think?
That was really crucial on Eternal's part, getting those two big picks super early on two of their 4 supports. The 4 support comp is definitely interesting, and it can work out really well, but it doesn't always work.
Right, Sick Foch up at the top, raining some damage down below, trying to make work happen. And it looks like Frost finding their way on the inside, trying to negate the ability of Sick Foch. And now they're slowly starting to make their way onto the point. Dawnbreaker with the Rhine, almost getting boofed off, starts the brawl, and now the hammer down comes in. Doesn't look like it lands on anything, though. Manages to hit Dawnbreaker with the charge. Krosky takes out Mosaic, and right now it looks like they're having issues. And it looks like Jag the Nerd is going to be D-Mech. There's going to be some issues coming in on the point. Star-Lord trying to keep the point alive, or trying to stay in there, but he's by himself. It's not going to be helpful. Jag the Nerd, the only one left, going to have to go ahead and back off, and Sick Foch on the hunt, comes in, can't land the kill just quite immediately. Jag the Nerd going in for a hard reset. Frost having a real tough time right now trying to figure themselves out. 56%. What you got there, Don?
That's gonna be a pretty big stagger on Jag the Nerd. It got them about 10% more than what they originally would have got if they would have just been able to just get out and die without Jag being able to trying to remech. Right there, I'm surprised he didn't get shattered. That was the biggest surprise that came out from that push for me.
And Dawnbreaker hopping in onto the point. Looks like Sycon's trying to be annoying on his Reddit Lucio, and looks like Sick Fox swinging it away. His ultimate is online, and another hammer down coming in for Mosaic. This man is on fire, getting nano boosted, swinging away, and oh, the Diva Bomb comes onto the point, doesn't land on anything. Star-Lord, the only one left, gets taken out immediately. and it doesn't look like Dawnbreaker's going to be able to get on the point in time. Mosaic with one final super aggro charge. That was a great performance here from Monarch.
It's an amazing first hold there from Monarch, and just the attack on their first overtake was so clean. And I don't know if Frost is ready for this team right now.
I mean, that's the thing, though. It's hard to say. It's still the beginning of the match. They're still trying to figure themselves out and what they need to do. But that's the thing. Sick Foch, incredible DPS player, being properly accented by Eternal. Great gameplay. And now he's switching over to the Genji. So he's going to be a little bit more flanky, a little bit more hardcore. Round 2 underway. Dawnbreaker coming in with Krosky on the Lucio. And it looks like they might go ahead and meet up. Oh, no. Monarch going to go on the inside, trying to make sure they clear out the point. Dawnbreaker starting out the brawl against Mosaic. And this brawl is just coming out. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Sick Foch, though, on the flank, takes out Epic's Inner, and Dawnbreaker looks like he might have to back off. The Riddle takes out Star-Lord, and the brawl is still kind of happening. But Jack the Nerd might be a little bit too over his head. Gets taken out. Dawnbreaker slept and taken out. Krosky gets finished. And Matt Raptor trying to figure out the right way to go, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Gets taken out by the Riddle. Wonderfully done by Monarch. Incredibly aggressive, incredibly powerful. Dawnbreaker lining up once again for the attack, trying to make sure he can get his team onto the point. But right now, Monarch being incredibly aggressive, incredibly powerful. Sick Foch into the front line, making sure that no one can run his way through. And Dawnbreaker still trying to figure out whether to go in, whether to not. Shoots in the Fire Strike, and now it looks like he's going to start the push. Oh, but the shield comes in from the Riddle. The anti-nade on Mosaic gets taken out by Jack the Nerd and starting to make their way in. Matt Raptor on the Pharah takes out the Riddle, and right now the tanks are going ahead taking out. Dawnbreaker pushing his way in, and Monarch has gone ahead and given them the point. Krosky takes out Psycon.
Keep out of my way.
What do you see there, Dank?
That bubble was huge on side of coming out from the Riddle on Sick Foch, but even so, it was able to force Mosaic to play a little bit more aggressive. And once he started playing aggressive, that anti-nade was able to land on him, and the Reaper was still slept because the bubble was on him. So that was an absolutely huge play coming out on the side of Frost to get Dawnbreaker in there and just take everybody out.
Monarch pushing their way in. Dawnbreaker going in for the charge. Oh, and the hammer down comes in, but Krosky popping his ultimate, and then a reverse! Oh, here it comes. Matt Raptor popping out his ultimate. Only manages to land one, but that's enough to stop the offensive push here from Frost. Or from Monarch. Dawnbreaker takes out Sick Foch, and Matt Raptor on a roll, pushing his way up, keeping them at the choke. There's going to be another reset, 45 to 36%. We're seeing a brand new Frost right now. They're making their way forward. They're pushing their way. Dawnbreaker trying to land those sick fire strikes. Right now, both teams trying to figure out where to go. And oh, here comes the Graviton. They've got to be careful. Sick Foch looking the back line. But right now, Dawnbreaker swinging away, and they've got to be careful. Sick Foch looking for a cheeky pick, but Krosky happens to find him with Epic Sinner. Manages to wraith his way out, but is that going to be enough? And no, that's not. 5v6 as Mosaic starts making his way onto the point. He starts swinging away. Here comes a reverse grab, and then a nano comes out. Oh, Epic Sinner takes out the ulting Eternal, and Dawnbreaker nano boosts it, swinging away, takes out Mosaic. Riddle in some trouble, and they're going to have to go ahead and back off one more time. Incredible play here, especially from Epic Sinner using the zoning ult, taking out two. What do you think, Dank?
That nano boost on the Dawnbreaker was just absolutely huge. He was extremely low, and if you would have lost that Reinhardt, that fight would have went completely different. But Sick Foch is playing really just solo queue almost here. He's trying to do so much, and it just isn't happening for him.
Oh, and a reverse hammer down by Dawnbreaker stops the ultimate from Sick Foch, takes him out, and the ultimate comes out from Psycon. Epic Sinner still into the back line, and Krosky pops his ultimate. It's still a brawl, folks. It could be anyone's game. Star-Lord trying to keep the team alive. The sun is anti-nated. This could be disastrous if they can't figure out what to do. Eternal takes out Star-Lord, and it looks like Monarch might just be winning this. Oh, Matt Raptor coming in to save the point and manages to make it. The score is 1-1 for Lijiang Tower.
Tell you what, Dawnbreaker tonight, I don't think so far I have seen his team get shattered while he is there a single time. He always pops up that shield at the perfect timing to save his team. That team has only fallen to a shatter one time, and that was on the first map, and he wasn't there. He was already dead. So I think if they want to land that shatter from Mosaic, they're going to have to take out Dawnbreaker first, and that's going to be a huge problem for them.
Dawnbreaker being incredibly aggressive, just a super powerhouse, and timing it just right. He had 2 ultimates in his face, managed to negate them with his hammer down. Sickbotch getting off of the Reaper, switching over to the Pharah, raining some justice down, and they're starting to meet their way onto the point. Mosaic against Dawnbreaker, and Sickbotch takes out Mad Raptor. We're seeing a 5v6 as Eternal starts swinging away as the Doomfist. Epic Sinner tries to take him out. Dawnbreaker takes out Mosaic, and right now we've got a 4v5. Dawnbreaker in some serious issues. They've got to hurry up and make a play happen, and it doesn't look like there's anything that could really be done. Sickbotch takes out Star-Lord, and Dawnbreaker hesitantly hops in onto the point, but that's not going to be enough. Gets shielded, but gets taken out quickly instead. Jag the Nerd trying to get out, and Eternal on the hunt, looking for Matt Raptor. Matt Raptor might be in a very bad spot, manages to use the TNT to zone out a little bit, but Eternal just swinging away, taking out Matt Raptor. That's going to be a terrible stagger right now, 12%. What do we got, Dank?
Matt Raptor unfortunately didn't get out of that fight. I think if he was able to get out, then this would have been a much better push coming out from them, and they would already be started and possibly on the point. But Dawnbreaker tried to jump in, ends up getting anti-ed, and that anti-heal just ruined that team.
Here they come, coming up through the middle. Jag the Nerd leading the push, but Eternal looking for the back line. Takes out Star-Lord, and the Meteor Strike coming out. Sickbotch taken out too. And the picks are starting to come in on the side of Monarch. These guys are aggressive. These guys are powerful. And Matt Raptor having to go ahead and hard reset, hitting the 50% mark. Frost has got to figure out what they can do against this composition.
Honestly, I think it's that Pharah. It's that Sickbotch Pharah. That's the thing that they couldn't deal with that well in the first map, and then they switched. Sickbotch switched off of that Pharah to the Reaper, and it was a pretty easy push for them on the second map. But now he's back on that, and they've got to find a way to deal with it.
Right, Eternal in the backside trying to make something happen. Dawnbreaker, oh no! Even though he gets nano boosted, can't really make anything out of that. Star-Lord, the only one left alive, gets taken out once again, 80%. And a solid team kill here from Athena. 85%. They've got to hurry up and make something happen. Dawnbreaker trying to figure out where to come in, where to start from, but it doesn't look like he's going to have any answer to it just yet. Matt Raptor up top manages to take out Sickbotch, and here comes the ultimate from Krosky. They've got to hurry up and rush in onto the point. Dawnbreaker looking in for a pick. Doesn't look like he hits anything. Krosky takes out Mosaic, and this might be Frost's first breath of fresh air. But right now, Psycon trying to play the Reddit Lucio. 1 health, manages to escape, but it's still not going to be enough. A Lucio cannot carry the point completely by himself. 99 to 5%. Frost has got to hold an unbelievable defense in order to make this work properly.
What did I tell you? You get rid of that Sickbotch onto that Pharah, and Matt Raptor did exactly that, and they just slow rolled straight into point. Absolutely perfect play by him.
Matt Raptor still up into the sky as Eternal looks for a pick, lands it on Krosky, and a 5v6 coming in. Gonna be tough here to win. Oh, and Eternal with another one on Jag the Nerd. The ultimate comes out, takes out Dawnbreaker. Matt Raptor manages to stop it, but that's not gonna be enough. Matt Raptor doing the best possible to keep the dream alive, 99 to 38%. They've either got to rush in or make nothing else happen. Epic Sinner, the only one left. Eternal pops out the ultimate, and that's going to be it, folks. Monarch wins the first map of the night on Lijiang Tower.
Both teams played extremely well there. Monarch obviously coming out on top, but even Frost was looking pretty good going into that third map. They were playing really well, playing together. And unfortunately, Monarch just came out on top. There wasn't much else to it.
And that's the thing, man. It's always kind of difficult when you're trying to figure out who does what, especially when you have someone like Sickbotch in the air, raining a lot of damage to people. And then you have Eternal as well, because that's the thing. Doomfist is just a massive threat if you're not taking care of your back line. And unfortunately for Dawnbreaker, he can only do so much at any given time. You could say that you want Jag the Nerd to go ahead and peel off, but then if he doesn't have his front line protection, that's also going to be an issue. So really, it might have been up to the DPS. Maybe they could go ahead and baited it out, unless you saw something that I didn't.
I really didn't. Honestly, the biggest problem with the Doomfist, even the Reinhardt's not really the best person to go after him, because he doesn't really put out enough damage, and Doomfist can just knock you into a wall and get you extremely low. And if you're low as a Reinhardt, then you're letting your whole team down. So you have to figure out who is the best person to deal with that Doomfist. And I think in that instance, it would have been probably Matt Raptor, but Matt Raptor was busy dealing with Sick Foch, so he had 2 huge priority targets that he had to deal with, and that was just a huge load on him.
Would you argue, though, that maybe the positioning might have helped out? Maybe if they had kind of like Pseudo gone in, forced out Eternal to try to come in, try to come into the back line, try to see if maybe he could get those picks. They could have turned, Matt Raptor could have switched his priorities, gone in there, or gone to take out Eternal, and then Dawnbreaker could have backed up a little bit. Because I feel like that was also kind of the issue. They were rushing in, they were coming in exactly how they needed to, but I feel like in their minds they needed to be a little bit more careful with letting Eternal have too much free reign.
Oh, for sure. And Eternal did have all the space in the world that he wanted. Once he got into that back line, he had easy pickings on Star-Lord and Krosky both. And once both your healers are down, then that's the fight pretty much. Very rarely do you get out of that fight without healer.
Very, very true. I'm moving on over to the chat. For those of you who happen to notice, yes, we have moved into a bit more of a festive backdrop. And I really want to give out a personal thanks to Charvy, for her hard work on these graphics. Charvy, if you're listening, thank you so much. And it looks like we're going to be going into Junkertown for this next match. Oh, Junkertown. Long sight lines.
I really enjoy this map. This map is probably my favorite escort map. Maybe not my favorite. I don't remember what the other escort maps are offhand, but this is definitely a really good one.
This is better than Dorado? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
No, actually, Dorado may be my #1 escort map. Like I said, I don't remember all of them, but this one is pretty high up there on my maps.
See, personally, I think it works well. The only downside is, I usually like to play healers in this particular map. So when you do have the threat of like a Hanzo, now Ashe, who's ridiculous. If you got someone with great shots on the Ashe, ouch.
She's deadly.
And Widowmaker, I'm telling you, man, these long sight lines, all these little perches, little nooks, little crannies that these snipers can kind of sneak up into and really make work for them can be really, really deadly. So
it really can. Especially there's this one spot that I like to sit on top of this building, like with the connecting bridge right here on the right side from the attacker spawn.
Mm-hmm.
That little metal plate right above there. You can get up there as Widow, and not a lot of people expect you up there. I don't know why. It's super open, but that's not where Widows check. They always check that high ground in the back.
All right, and here they come in. Second attacks coming in strong. And it looks like Mosaic getting off of his signature Reinhardt, switching over to a Winston as Dawnbreaker still maintains as the Reinhardt. They've got to be careful, though. Sick Foch is looking for a pick, but Star-Lord coming in with that quick kill on Sick Foch, and they've got to go ahead and hurry up, decide what they're going to do. And Dawnbreaker hops on down, gets moved back just a little bit. Dawnbreaker starts swinging away, gets anti-nated. He's got to go ahead and be careful. Health coming down pretty low, and it's Eternal getting a pick on Jag the Nerd. Sick Foch looking for a kill. Matt Raptor takes out Psycon, and I'm starting to see blue over red. Frost slowly starting to make their way in. Mosaic looking in for the pick, but Krosky manages to get his way out of there, and Star-Lord anti-nades Mosaic. Mosaic has very little health, gets taken out. Eternal still in the back line, trying to land those picks, trying to get those kills, but nothing looks like it's going to kick. The Sun managing to back off, and now Team Monarch has to go ahead and wait for their tanks.
I don't think Sick Foch is very happy with Star-Lord after that first one. He dove pretty hard onto him after coming into his second life. He was tunneling hard onto Star-Lord, and that was interesting to see. I mean, yeah, it's kind of his job as, you know, the Doomfist, go after the backline, but he was targeting him 100%. He is not happy.
Sick Botch in the backline. Oh no, Matt Raptor threw out Bob a little far, but Bob still able to do work from that distance. I was not aware. Krosky pops out the ultimate. Star-Lord manages to rejoin his team. Mosaic asleep on the point, and Dawnbreaker starts swinging away, looking in for the quick picks. Doesn't look like he gets anything outside of the sun, and right now Monarch's gonna have to go ahead and back off. Eternal popping out his eyes, but it doesn't look like he can hit anything with it. Bunny Chan gonna go have to back off, and it looks like Monarch retreating successfully one more time.
It was a really good call by Dawnbreaker to not get too aggressive, even with that nano boost, because Eternal was sitting up there looking for those picks on the backline, and if he would have got too aggressive, this could be a different fight right here.
Oh no, Dawnbreaker. Oh snap. Dawnbreaker ends up waking up Mosaic, who was naded, and that might be what spells disaster. Krosky getting taken out on the 2v1, and Epic Center tries to take out Bunny Chan, but knows this might be an unsuccessful fight as Sick Fotch starts making his way in, but Matt Raptor takes out Sick Fotch. 3 meters left, and Monarch manages to land the point. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left onto the clock.
That was just unfortunate for Dawnbreaker waking up Mosaic. He was it nanoed? Was he nanoed there? I believe he was nanoed there, and just the amount of damage that Mosaic is able to put out on that nanoed monkey, it's just ridiculous. I think Dawnbreaker was just kind of swinging away, and the monkey happened to be there.
And that's very, very unfortunate, just because he did end up dying afterwards. Didn't really have a lot of healing that he could really fall back on, and that was a bit of a disaster run there. But looks like there's still a lot more game to go. Mosaic on fire, literally. Gonna have to decide when to go ahead and leap his way in there. Bunny Chan pops out the Diva Bomb. Does he land anything? And that's a solid no. Star-Lord has to be careful. Gets taken out by Mosaic. And Bob coming out one more time. Can he do work as Mosaic stands into the back lines? Krosky still trying to keep everyone alive. And we've got an angry monkey swinging away. Swinging away, going for anyone. Doesn't look like he lands a pick though. Matt Raptor manages to take him out. I lied. Mosaic took out Epic Center. And Krosky might be in some danger as the meteor strike comes in. Jag the Nerd in some trouble, has got to be careful. Dawnbreaker swinging away, still not able to keep Jag the Nerd alive. And Dawnbreaker starts swinging as he is nanoed, but he's got to be very conservative. That's a lot of damage coming in. Sick Botch punches him. You go ahead and get knocked down. Dawnbreaker gets taken out, and that's going to be a point B grab here for Monarch. Very smooth.
That was extremely smooth on the side of Monarch. Just able to push in and just keep that momentum rolling, and that's exactly what that was.
And that's going to be an issue here if they don't figure out how to stop this momentum from Monarch. Sick Fotch and Eternal working really well, especially with that Winston just being an extreme nuisance for the backline. There is no shield that can stop that Tesla cannon, especially if Sick Fotch is managing to land a lot of damage here onto the back line, and Sick Fotch creeping his way behind, looking for Star-Lord, and Star-Lord gets taken out quickly, forcing the 5v6. Oh, and here comes the Graviton. Dawnbreaker swinging it away, and here comes the 1-2 punch. 3-0. Oh no, 4 ultimates coming in on the side of Frost. Here comes another Diva Bomb. Doesn't land on anyone though, and Dawnbreaker still up at the forefront trying to make work happen. Epic Center takes out Eternal, and there's going to be a hard reset here from Monarch. Hard reset from Monarch. I got it.
I am repaired.
So many ultimates coming out right there on the side of Frost, and you know, I'm not really sure that they needed that many. The only thing they're going to have going into this fight is the Blade, but at the same time, the only thing that Monarch has coming in is going to be that Doomfist Slam and the Nano. So they're not really in too bad of a position with the ult economy, but they could be in a much better one.
And here comes the ultimate from the Genji. Matt Raptor looking for some picks. Doesn't look like he lands anything. Mosaic takes out Matt Raptor, but Epic Center taking out Sick Fotch. It doesn't look like Monarch has the assets yet to go ahead and attack. Bunny Chan up at the top, still trying to be a nuisance, and Mosaic leaps in as he's nanoed. Oh, but gets deleted as he gets anti-nated. Dawnbreaker on a roll, but Eternal taking out Star-Lord. They've got to be more careful with their healers, but it looks like they're still making their way onto the point. There is now a Junkrat on the in the form of the Mat Raptor, and it looks like they're making their way, saving themselves onto the point. Bunny Chan still got to be careful. Mosaic manages to make his way back, and now the tanks are starting to brawl at it. Bunny Chan takes out Jack the Nerd. Oh, and here comes the ultimate, but Dawnbreaker getting slept. That's gonna be tough. Epic Sinner pops out the ultimate one more time, gets the pick on Mosaic, and that's gonna be huge. Sick Botch making his way onto the point. The Meteor Strike comes in, and oh no! Dawnbreaker not able to protect his healers. That's gonna be tough. Krosky gets taken out, and that might be an issue. Star-Lord trying to back off as Sick Botch is still pushing his way forward. Bunny Chan takes out Star-Lord, and right now the only two tanks are still alive. Jack the Nerd is the only one left, and Epic Sinner finally finds his way back. Sick Botch popping out the ultimates. Oh, here they come. Mat Raptor gets taken out by Bunny Chan, and they're trying to do the best they can to stall onto the point, not making it. Monarch gets the point.
Sick Botch and Eternal. Let me tell you what, Eternal taking out the healers and Sick Botch doing everything else, doing all that damage, coming out, huge punches in the walls, and just absolutely destroying the tanks, destroying the DPS, destroying the healers. He's playing that Doomfist so well, and it's so much fun to watch.
Now, you know what's funny? I've played with both, and I could feel like their comms, like, I don't know, I've played with Eternal, very calm guy, very relaxed. Then I played with Sick Botch, and it's the complete opposite spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it really is.
I could only imagine that their characters not only properly displayed their attitudes, but I could only hear those comms in my head. So that's probably a really funny dynamic. Either way, backing up your point, they were doing incredibly well. Eternal just being an extreme nuisance in the backline, and unfortunately Frost didn't really have much of an answer for him.
I think Mat Raptor switching off of that Genji, he was like 96% to Blade, and I wish I would have seen him use it before swapping off, because he was doing really, really well as Genji. I think that Blade could have been huge.
Absolutely, that's the thing. Seeing Mat Raptor on the Genji, I honestly think he was a lot more effective as the Genji, just because he could be anywhere he wanted to be. You know what I mean? Anywhere Eternal was, at least there would be someone there to give him the pressure. But unfortunately, not able to keep up on it, not able to make it work. Frost on their offensive push, starting their offensive push, I guess. And Dawnbreaker in the front line. It doesn't look like we're going to be seeing the Widow from Eternal. We're going to be seeing his Genji. And it looks like they're going to start reaching the overpass. Mat Raptor trying to be a nuisance against Eternal. Manages to land that sick punch on him. And it looks like Frost getting to the overpass. Sticking together. Krosky being a nuisance. And the Ryans are starting to go at it. 1v1, swinging away. Oh, Dawnbreaker, though, gets anti-nated. Manages to get it back, but they've got to be careful. The Sun playing properly. Epic Sinner taking out the Sun right now. Frost is looking incredibly powerful. Eternal trying to get onto the point, and Mat Raptor is on the hunt, going in for the Zarya. Can he take out Bunny Chan? And it looks like Krosky still crazy on the hunt. Might be a little too aggressive. Eternal takes out Krosky, and this might be in their favor. Mat Raptor looking in for the picks. Doesn't look like anything really happens, though. Dawnbreaker accidentally shoots it into the Fire Strike, into the Reflect. Eternal with 1 health, still managing to stay alive. And here comes a Dawnblade, or a Dawnbreaker freaking out, coming in, swinging away as a Nanode. Reinhardt looking for a pick, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. A Hammer Down comes in, and that's going to save the point. Point A for the side of Frost. What do you got, Dink?
Is it the night of Doomfist and Widowmakers? Because there's another pick from Epic Sinner. Epic Sinner's doing fantastic. And with the combination of him and Mat Raptor, just absolutely rolling this team of Monarch.
Absolutely. I don't think they've had a hard reset yet.
I don't believe that they have. Epic Sinner and Mat Raptor just been doing work here. Mat Raptor got a double kill at the beginning and then punched the Ana, and like mid Ana flying backwards gets taken out by Epic Sinner. But right there, Eternal gets Epic Sinner as well. So it's the Widowmaker game tonight.
Ooh, and here comes the Meteor Strike looking for the Sun, but they were waiting on him. Mat Raptor takes out Sick Botch, though, and he's trying to get out of there. Doesn't look like he can make anything work, though. And Eternal still up top, not managing to get... Oh, looks like Epic Sinner took him out. And Dawnbreaker doing work. Anti-nated, though, he is in some trouble if he doesn't get some help. Gets taken out by the Sun, and it's going to be a reset as Epic Sinner tries to cover the rest of his team as they go ahead and get out of there. Matt Raptor finds his way onto the point, and Psycon switching off his signature Lucio for a Zen. That's new to me. I don't really see that.
I don't know if I've ever seen Psycon play Zenyatta.
No, I'm always used to him on the Lucio, so this is going to be new for him. And Krosky pops out the ultimate. He's got the team together. He's got the band back ready to work, and they're rushing in, but the grab comes in. And Sick Botch for the 1-2 punch. Is that going to be it? Oh, lands 2 against the tanks, and that's going to be a fat one. Mosaic taking out Matt Raptor, and that's going to be another hard reset. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left onto the clock.
It's unfortunate that they wasted that rally armor because that was going to be huge advantage going into that fight, and then you get that Grav Dragon combo, and armor doesn't matter at that point.
I want to thank Chibi for giving us the 100 cheers. I appreciate that, or we appreciate that wholeheartedly. Dawnbreaker starting in, getting in onto the point. Mosaic having to go ahead and back off, and Eternal still into the back line. Here comes a grab. Oh, 2 kills coming in, and it looks like the grab is extremely powerful. In the back line, Eternal has to go ahead and back off, trying to consider whether or not to try and stall. Doesn't look like he's going to do it, and the tanks on the side of Frost getting extremely aggressive. Well done by Jag the Nerd, and he might be just a little too over aggressive, having to go ahead and back off, and Eternal, not even bothering with the fight, goes back to the rest of his team, and Frost really trying to keep these things going. Sick Botch switching over to his Pharah. Ooh, what do we expect here, Dank?
I think Sick Fotch is going to be extremely deadly here. But at the same time, Epic Sinner now knows with that sight where exactly he is at all times. So that's going to be hard for him to deal with because Epic Sinner has been doing amazing tonight.
Bunny Chan on the Roadhog, trying to be a nuisance, lands it on Jag the Nerd, and Jag the Nerd trying to back out, but gets taken out by Psycon. That's not going to be very helpful. And Matt Raptor seeing if maybe he can get a pick, and Eternal looking in, trying to get the pick on Epic Sinner. Oh, but Matt Raptor manages to counter it. Oh no! Here comes the ultimate from Dawnbreaker, doing some incredible, weird Overwatch. Did you see that?
That was it was interesting.
He got booped in the air, and that's how he died. I'm just saying, that was crazy to see. Jag the Nerd barely gets a... Oh no! Gets taken out by the stray bullets from Bunny Chan, and Sick Botch just being an incredible nuisance here as the Pharah just raining damage upon Frost. They can't seem to figure out how to take this man down. Matt Raptor looking in for a good angle, trying to go in, take out the Sombra, but doesn't look like he's able to do so. And Sick Botch raining damage once again as Dawnbreaker starts slowly making his way onto the point. Sick Botch still in the flanks with Eternal. They're both considering their options to what they're going to do. Bunny Chan going in for the hook, not managing to land on anything, and Eternal in the back line trying to pull some tricky nonsense. Considering who that's going to be, Meteor Strike comes on out as Psycon pops the ultimate. Matt Raptor gets hooked, gets taken out quickly, and Eternal in the back line goes ahead and gets out of there. Dawnbreaker losing his shield, but Jag the Nerd taking out Sick Botch. That might just be a little bit too much. Jag the Nerd, the only one left. Oh no, gets taken out. Krosky trying to keep the dream alive, but that's not going to be enough. Dank, what you got, man?
Bunny Chan's Hog is a force to be reckoned with right now. Between Bunny Chan's Hog and Sick Fotch's Pharah, this team is just completely turned around from what they were doing first and second phase, and now it's completely flipped the other way. Those two together making those swaps are just huge for this team.
And giving love again, once again, to Chibi Kitty for another 100 cheers. Same thing for Elfie, and yes, as I stated before the match, Christmas graphic is amazing. And now Jag the Nerd, oh no, this could be difficult. Mosaic swinging away, but looks like just barely backs off, and Sick Botch landing some solid hits. 1 minute left onto the clock, and Sick Botch is just doing work as is Pharah. Ridiculous.
He really is, and it's just crazy to see him go all over the DPS pool. Whatever he wants to do, that's what he's gonna do, and he plays it all extremely well. I love it.
And right now, Matt Raptor on the Ash looks like they've got the hit scan DPS, but they've got to be careful. Star-Lord has got to be careful. Those flankers are looking for him, and Matt Raptor takes out Sick Foch finally, and the hammer down comes in. High Noon comes out. Devil Trigger takes out Epic Sinner, and Dawnbreaker chops into the back of the line. This could be dangerous if he can't happen to land those kills. Getting really aggressive. 10 seconds left onto the clock. They don't have a lot of time. Jag the Nerd gonna try to make it back in time. Krosky takes out Eternal. Oh no, and Psycon pops out the ultimate. Sick Foch up into the air. Might have his ultimate out here within the next few seconds. This could be deadly. Matt Raptor takes out. Oh my god, and getting stopped by Star-Lord himself. Bunny Chan, the only one on the point, managing to make it, and the final push lands it. Frost is still in this game.
That was a huge kill from Star-Lord onto Sick Foch, because if that wouldn't have happened, that last fight would have been completely different. That ultimate was looking huge, and he was able to get that shot onto him and just confirm that kill right before he got slept too.
That was incredibly close. And I'll say, man, just, you know, nothing beats just getting that, like, last bit of HP. Star-Lord, well done, because Sick Foch, I'm telling you, man, saw it at 96%. I felt it was coming. I just didn't know when. But excellently done. Frost has their last minute on the clock to make stuff happen. What do you think we're going to be seeing here, man?
I'm hoping that we see a little bit of pirate ship come out from Frost here. Honestly, I think that if they get it set up and get it rolling, then they could make a really good push with just a minute left. But I don't think they're going to do it.
Right, I always feel like pirate ship is, I don't know.
It's really hit or miss.
Yeah, it's very niche. Either it does or it doesn't. And, I mean, if you can pull it off, I think that's great. Very frustrating and cheesy, but it works. I'm personally more of a fan of just playing the game normally, but that's just me. No offense, Captain Jack. I'm not a fan of Bastion. But
I'm not a huge fan of Bastion. I'm excited for his buff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going to have to tell me about that later. And it looks like Epic Sinner trying to do some tricky shots. Not managing to land anything, and Frost trying to work in together, but Eternal takes out Epic Sinner and manages to find his way out of there. They've got to be careful, though, because Eternal on the hunt once again, looking for a sneaky pick, takes out Jag the Nerd, and Nantinid on Mosaic. Dawnbreaker's got to be careful, though. Has to go ahead and back off. Star-Lord got to be very careful, and Eternal looking for yet another pick. Can Frost take him out? And Star-Lord managing to help out. Epic Sinner takes out Eternal, and that's going to be the pick that might start off this entire debacle. Sick Foch on the Junkrat looking for the back line, trying to hunt himself some Krosky, but manages to push him away. They've got to be careful hopping in onto the point. Psycon on the Moira. Oh no, Mosaic looking for a quick pick. But they've got to be careful. No one can get off the point. Krosky popping out his ultimate, keeping the team alive. Oh, and Matt Raptor gets taken out by Eternal. They've got to be careful. Overtime push is coming in strong, but this might not be enough. Right now, Monarch has got to figure out their alternative, what to do, where to go, and Eternal still being sneaky, still trying to figure out what he wants, where he wants, and how he wants to take him out. And he gets nanoed. Comes in looking for a pick, and the Meteor Strike comes in, manages to turn around, but he gets two. This could be dangerous, and the picks are coming in. Frost gets taken out. We're going on for the final push. Monarch, can they make it?
I was a little surprised to see Frost push that far. It looked like it was going downhill very quickly for them, especially after Monarch got those first couple kills right before they get to that first turn. And he was playing extremely well on that Doomfist and was just able to do exactly what he needed to, but it just wasn't enough for Monarch to clean up.
I got to give a lot of points to Frost for really figuring out, especially once they took down Eternal the first time, they really used the fact that he didn't have spawn advantage to really push their way forward. But I think their biggest failing was not sending at least a team of 1 or 2 to try to take out Eternal before the fight started. I think that was their real big failing at that point.
They definitely could have changed the tide of the fight, but even then, they still got pretty good distance for only a minute. So now they have to hold for 141, and I think they need to play a little bit aggressive here. I don't think they should stand on this high ground, because if you lose a fight here on the high ground, I don't know if you're going to be able to get to another fight before you get to that point. I think they're going to have to play a little bit aggressive, play the building on the right, and just jump them right onto cart.
Matt Raptor and Krosky bringing the Farmercy, see what they could do. And Eternal on the Bastion, it looks like they're going for the pirate ship. They really, really are. Oh, but right now, it looks like Matt Raptor starting to make his way on, trying to get a pick, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work. Eternal still on the point, being incredibly annoying, incredibly aggressive as Sickbots takes out Jag the Nerd. Mosaic looking in for a pick. He's got to be careful, and Eternal just kind of sweeping his way through everyone. And Krosky and Matt Raptor, the only two on point. Doesn't look like anything's able to work off of them. Even though Matt Raptor took out Eternal, the spawn advantage is still on the side of Monarch. Sick Botch pushing his way forward, trying to keep anyone from coming in, but Jag the Nerd, the only one able to get onto the point as Dawnbreaker gets slept. And Jag the Nerd gets taken out. This is not looking good. Star-Lord gets taken out, and this is not looking great. Krosky going in for the res for Jag the Nerd. Bunny Chan taking out Dawnbreaker, and Eternal is back, ready to sweep out, take out who he needs to. Is he going to get more kills? Matt Raptor trying to stall in onto the point as Bunny Chan's just swinging away, and that's going to be it, folks. 2-0 for Monarch.
When Eternal came back, he set up in a really good position, taking those stairs instead of trying to go straight to payload. That was a really good move, and it really paid off for them.
Ooh, and Bunny Chan getting the love for his Roadhog. I mean, he was playing a really good match.
He really was, just all around. Everything that he picked was played so well, especially this Roadhog. That really turned around this third phase for them.
Ooh, and the Sun, 17k healing as Ana. Well done.
That's huge.
That is huge. That's what I like to see. Alrighty. And Matt Raptor with 15k. Alrighty. I mean, it's still a match. It's still only a 2-0. There's still a lot that can be done. I think Frost is doing a great job at keeping up. But at this point, it's not just about keeping up. It's about surpassing. And they've got to surpass Monarch.
Frost is definitely playing really well tonight, and I like to see them be able to do as well against Monarch tonight compared to how they have in some previous scrims. Because sometimes you see it, and it's such a good match, and like Frost is doing everything they can, but they're just not able to keep up no matter how well they play. And tonight, Frost just seems on top of it, and they're taking advantages of just little things that Monarch is messing up, and it's beautiful.
But alrighty, it looks like we've hit our halftime. Folks, please don't go anywhere. If you are going somewhere, please go ahead and grab yourself a beer, some water, some popcorn. Somebody could pick me up some Skittles. Would be fantastic. And we will see you guys about 5 to 6 minutes.
I'm just going to cut in real quick before we do pause. I just want to say that you'll notice that this is still the November highlights reel we're playing. I just want to remind you all to make sure you get highlights in to Elfie so that she can make new ones for the new month. So, don't forget to do that. And with that, like he said, we'll go to the old video.
Is this just a dream? Is it reality?
And we are back. I had a lovely break, grabbed some soda, and that was nice. Loudcheck, Stink, how was your break?
Oh, God, Trickster. It was fantabulous. I ended up getting myself a drink, and I am ready for some more Overwatch. What about you, Dank Monkey?
Mine was great. I sat right here in front of my computer, didn't move.
Oh, that sounds
Good
great.
time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I'm glad I got this little mini fridge right over here.
There you go.
Because gotta keep it loaded up with soda, beer, and water. The essentials,
That's
right,
what you
guys?
do.
Anyway, moving on to our next round here in Hanamura. Alrighty, and let's see. Can Frost manage to get that W? I foresee it. I feel it. It's in the force. But can they do it? I mean, that's what we're here for.
Force isn't always correct, but most of the time it is.
No, it's usually incorrect. I mean, there's a reason why.
I mean, you're right. I was trying to be optimistic, but you're right.
No, they all died for a reason, okay? They really all died for a reason. It's relatively terrible. He did end up killing the younglings, but that's okay, because they won in the end. But here we go. 5 seconds so they can assemble their heroes. And let's see what Dawnbreaker will be playing today. Epic Center on the May. So let's see if they're going to be doing some May shenanigans, which I both hope for and highly dread.
Definitely feel the same. I love playing May. May is one of my favorites to play just because I love just trapping one person and everybody collapsing on top of them. Because I am that evil person that plays the May, I'm excited to see Epic Center play.
Or, you could be Trickster, does the same thing. I can feel him, laughing hysterically. I can feel him laughing hysterically every time he walls someone in. I'm like, oh, it's terrible. But alrighty, here they go. Dawnbreaker is actually going to be on the Orisa. So the question is, how well is this composition going to work? Matt Raptor on the Pharah, and Eternal looking to get his way into the back line, but manages to make it out relatively unscathed, and the poke battle starting to begin. And it looks like Sycon playing his red at Lucio, trying to call out the positions of where everyone else is standing and situated. The hook trying to come in, but doesn't land on anyone, trying to use that Roadhog hook, and Mosaic, considering his options where to start, and Bunny Chan gets hooked. That's a quick DMAC, and oh no, the wall comes up, but just a little bit too late. Mosaic takes out Epic Center, and right now it's starting to be a brawl. Sycon takes out Krosky, and Matt Raptor trying to do enough damage to take out people, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Dawnbreaker in some trouble as Star-Lord trying to stay next to his tank. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Star-Lord manages to sleep sick fudge, but that's not going to be enough. Jack the Nerd manages to hook Bunny Chan, but that's not going to be enough. Pops his ultimate as Mosaic goes ahead and backs off, knows that this is not something he needs to fight. And Jag the Nerd, like a wild dog, trying to keep the dream alive, but it might not be enough. Is to go ahead and back off as Epic Center comes in as the Reaper, and he finally gets Orb. Still trying to land those picks as Jag the Nerd still managing to stay alive for an impressively long time, but the Riddle manages to land a pick, takes out Krosky as well, and Monarch making this happen. 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. They should be just over 6 minutes as Frost retreats. Gonna have to go ahead and back off and try something new. Yep, 6 minutes and 10 seconds onto the clock. What did you see here, Dank?
I'm surprised Jack the Nerd stayed alive that long, and that burned a lot of time just being able to stay into that fight. And honestly, I feel like it was the right play. Not giving up that probably extra minute that they had is going to be huge.
Alrighty, and it looks like they're starting to set up one more time. Bunny Chan being extremely annoying with Sycon as Epic Center gets booped off as it tries to go in and secure the kill. 4 ultimates online for the side of Monarch. They're going to be considering their options as Eternal finds his way into the back line. Oh, but gets slept. Gets taken out as the whole team collapses on him. Trying to set up the 1-2 punch here with Bunny Chan. Doesn't look like it's going to be successful, but Eternal will have his ultimates online. 6 ultimates for Monarch ready to go, ready to pounce at any given moment. And the question is just how exactly are they going to make it work?
Not 100% sure. I think the best thing that they do is just run in here, use all their ults, take a extremely quick team fight. If they kill everyone, then this is good. But did you see that sleep come out from Star-Lord? Because that was just beautiful.
Oh my god! What? Oh no! And the 1-2 punch coming in clutch. Oh my goodness, Bunny Chan letting out his ultimate in the middle of the point. Dawnbreaker thought he had it, gets hacked, and that's the end of that. Epic Center on the point, trying to keep things going, and it looks like Mosaic might be in some trouble. The Riddle pops out the ultimate. Right now, another Deepa Bomb coming up into the skies. Doesn't land on anything, though, as Matt Raptor's looking for a pick, looking for a kill, and Dawnbreaker lands a huge shatter, but can he take out Psycon? And it looks like the kills are starting to come in as Bunny Chan's still onto the point. Gonna have to retreat as Krosky just bringing out this ridiculous offense against him, but he gets juked by Bunny Chan. Well done here.
It was an extremely good fight on the side of Monarch to start that. Unfortunately, they only got barely under 2 ticks. But that bubble coming out from Mosaic allowed them to fight just a little bit longer. Bubble straight onto that Diva Bomb was just huge. And then the setup to initiate that Diva Bomb and then Eternal's EMP was just massive. Getting that 3K, making that fight extremely easy for them to take.
Eternal in the back line, trying to consider his hacking target. Oh, almost manages to get it, but Star-Lord once again extremely annoying as Dawnbreaker starts swinging away. Dawnbreaker going in for a pick, and they've got to go ahead and get off. Oh, just barely manages to hop out, and they're starting to get their way onto the point. Dawnbreaker gets taken out by Sick Foch, and Sick Foch is on a roll. And Die comes in from Epic Center. Doesn't look like he can land it on anything. A Sick Foch just rains damage down from above. The Riddle takes out Krosky, and here comes another ultimate. Doesn't land on anything though, as Jag the Nerd remix, but he gets anti-nated. Oh, and here comes another hammer down. Is this one going to be huge? Not really. He manages to land it on the monkey, but the monkey is now is now boosted and starting to swing away, trying to make work on Krosky. Krosky in some danger, gets taken out. And right now, Monarch really showing their stuff, really aggressive, making this work. Here comes the Diva Bomb, lands on Epic Center's turret, but Dawnbreaker finds his way onto the point, doesn't land a pick though, and swings it away. Eternal hacks him. Here comes the third tick, second tick. Can you get the third tick? Krosky phases in, manages to keep it just alive, but just barely. Star-Lord follows in right behind him, and that is going to be it. Whew.
This is a really good take there from the side of Monarch. They were just really present in that team fight, and as soon as they took that initial team fight, then it was pretty much over. There just wasn't enough stall potential from Frost. They needed to switch up a comp, switch to more stall characters, and just try to do a little bit more. I think if they could have got in back full as a team and like built ults as a stall comp, then they could have taken it back over. But with Monarch having so many ultimates, just being able to constantly pressure out Frost was huge for them.
Right, it was. It was incredible. Monarch was just being incredibly aggressive. And the unfortunate part, though, is, excuse me, Dawnbreaker had opportunities, but the unfortunate part, though, is he really wasn't landing any major hits. And that's really where it was going to be kind of difficult for him. So he wasn't really landing any of those charges. It really wasn't hitting anything. And Epic Center managed to get his ultimate out, but it wasn't effective. Especially when you had Psycon popping out the Lucio ultimate and keeping the team alive. You know, you got to give it to Frost. They were popping out ultimates appropriately, but it still wasn't enough.
They were playing extremely well, and they were almost able to hold it. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. That's a lot less time than the 6 minutes that they had that second. Very good on Frost.
And here comes Frost jumping in, coming off on the right side, coming a little bit unorthodox, trying to change things up just a smidgen as Dawnbreaker starts the initiation. And it doesn't look like there's going to be a May this particular time. Matt Raptor Oh my goodness, and the kills are starting to come in, even though they did have the Symmetra turrets coming out, but it doesn't look like anything's going to really work here in the favor of Frost as of yet. Right now, they've got to be careful. Oh, Dawnbreaker landing it on the Riddle, and I may be mistaken here, folks, as Dawnbreaker tries to keep the dream alive, gets taken out by Sick Bot. Matt Raptor doing a wonderful job, but it's not going to be enough as Kroski gets taken out. Another reset, 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock.
Wow, Sick Fotch with that triple kill was huge for the side of Monarch. It was looking like it was going Frost's way, getting in there extremely fast with the Symmetra turret, and then having Dawnbreaker just swinging away on that point. But then Sick Fotch was able to come in and get the 3K, and that, honestly, I feel saved them the point completely.
Dawnbreaker starting in the fight one more time. Jack the Nerd up into the very front. They use a teleport to hop in onto the point. Matt Raptor pops in his shield and the hammer down comes in. Oh, he's got 3 ultimates coming out. They've got to be careful. The dragons are coming out. And right now, Dawnbreaker in some issues, managed to take out Mosaic, and here comes a high noon from Epic Center. Can he land it on somebody? Lands it on Eternal, and manages to take him out. Bunny Chan gets anti-nated. He's still alive, though. On the point, gets taken out, and Frost making quick work. They've only 2 left on the point as the Riddle tries to work it out with Mosaic. Gets taken out, and Mosaic, the only one left onto the point, trying to stall out for as much time as humanly possible, but the rest of the team manages to come in and takes him out. That's going to be a point A grab here for Frost.
About the same amount of time coming in as Monarch had, and that's going to look pretty good for them considering how well they were playing on that defense, how well they played on this attack. I'm excited to see their attack here on the point B.
I give a lot of credit here to Matt Raptor, just really bypassing a lot of the defenses and going straight onto the point, just being really aggressive, and then being able to use those ultimates properly really helped the team in exactly what they needed to do. Bunny Chan on the monkey, hopping in onto the point, gets shielded, and they've got to be careful making their way onto the point. Eternal still up top as Jag the Nerd pushes his way in. Eternal takes out Matt Raptor, and the picks are starting to come in as Mosaic finds his way to the back line, trying to make something happen. Frost extremely spread out in a very negative way, and Star-Lord, the only one left on point, gets double teamed by 2 tanks. And Kroski has got to find another way out of there, manages to barely make it out. Ooh, that wasn't good here on the side of Frost.
I think honestly right there, Frost just kind of committed, not all together. Committed, really staggered. They weren't 100% together, and that's what killed them in that fight. Is Monarch was so grouped up, and Frost just wasn't. They were looking for the fight, but they picked the fight at different times. So I think if they pick the fight all together, then it's going to be really big for them coming in with almost 5 ultimates online.
And Dawnbreaker trying to help catch the top. The ultimate comes in. Oh, is this going to come in and hurt? That's 2, that's 3. And Matt Raptor trying to help keep the team alive in the top, on the top side, but doesn't look like it's going to happen as Psychon takes out Matt Raptor. And that's going to be another hard reset. 2 ultimates popped in. Sick Fotch is crazy tonight.
He's doing extremely well tonight, and I love seeing him on that Hanzo. Especially after tonight, just been popping off, doing exactly what he needs to do for the team. Honestly, I don't think that was a bad fight for Frost to use, though. They only used the Moira Coalescence, and now they have 5 ults online, and they have the Mercy now, who will have that res up, and it's going to get Valkyrie extremely quickly. Though Monarch coming in with defending here with 4 ultimates is also going to be pretty big.
Here comes Dawnbreaker looking in for the pick. Epic Center taking out the Riddle, and they've got to keep each other alive. Psychon takes out Dawnbreaker, but Star-Lord manages to get the kill. Oh, Jag the Nerd doing work, and they're slowly starting to make their way onto the point. The Diva Bomb shooting up in the air. Doesn't land on anyone, though. And Jag the Nerd working with Star-Lord, trying to keep him alive. Oh no, but we've got an angry monkey, and Matt Raptor pops out his ultimate, gets taken out though as he takes out Eternal. And here comes the grab, the high noon comes out, oh, lands on 2, even with the ultimate from Psychon. The res comes in as Kroski gets taken out by Sick Fotch, and Dawnbreaker just on a roll right now, swinging out. Oh, he pops the hammer down, but doesn't land on anyone. Mosaic, the only one left on point, gets taken out, and Mosaic still trying to work his way in. My apologies, that was Bunny Chan. and the picks are still starting to come in. Sick Botch up into the skies. They've got to be careful as Sick Botch is looking for those picks. Gets taken out though. Eternal on the Genji trying to keep the dream going. And Dawnbreaker trying to go in for the picks, but Psycon managing to push him off the point. And Dawnbreaker just swinging away. He's got to be careful with Eternal, and it looks like Monarch slowly starting to make their team come back and make things work. Mosaic pushing Dawnbreaker back, and Bunny-chan getting the kill on Star-Lord. This could be big, but Krosky pops in his ultimate and gets taken out. This is not looking good. 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Jag Nerd gets taken out, and Matt Raptor gets brought back to life. That's not going to be enough. It looks like Frost is going to have to go ahead and back off. Oh my goodness, that was incredible hold here from Monarch.
Monarch right there was able to do what Frost couldn't do on their defense, and that was get their team back together. And getting that team back together when you're not always at full force on that attack, when you're with Stagger, was huge for them, and they were able to completely retake that fight.
Ooh, and the Far Mercy off onto the flank might be in some trouble as the rest of the team is starting to look to get their way up onto the high ground, trying to keep it at a 4v4, but it looks like the rest of Monarch slowly starting to make their way onto the high ground. Still 3 though, and Sick Botch finally wins way in, pops in his ultimate, and it doesn't look like getting anything with it. Matt Raptor pops out the ultimate, but also gets taken out in lieu of that, and Eternal just incredibly aggressive against Dawnbreaker. Looks like Frost is gonna have to go ahead and back off if they can't figure out an alternative for this push. And Dawnbreaker getting thrown into the low ground. Waven gets taken out. That's gonna be another hold here for Monarch.
The thing I want to commend on, not the last push, but the one before, was Epic Center's time of that Deadeye. Coming out with that, on top of that Zenyatta Transcendence that came out from Monarch, was absolutely huge, because during Transcendence you just kind of feel invincible unless you get hit by that purple, the Biotic Grenade from the Ana. You kind of just feel invincible, and you got to remember sometimes that that is just healing. It's not an invincibility feat.
Matt Raptor up in the top trying to create a little bit of space, but this could be relatively dangerous as Bunny-chan finds his way onto the point. Oh, and the ultimate comes out by Jag the Nerd. The Meteor Strike comes out from Eternal. Oh, takes out Jag the Nerd, and the Hammer Down comes in from up high. Doesn't look like he only gets Mosaic, and the High Noon comes in. Oh my goodness, quadruple Drevel Trigger, really making work of what's going on. Bunny-chan on the point as the Winston, not able to do much though. The Riddle, only one left on point, and Eternal comes in, looking in for the picks, gets taken out by Matt Raptor, and Justice comes in from Sick Botch, lands it on Matt Raptor, and they can make it work, but they've got to hurry up and take him out. The res comes in from Krosky, manages to bring Matt Raptor back, but is this going to be enough as the Angry Monkey starts swinging away? Jack the Nerd, incredibly low, die, on the point, manages to only land on one, and Dawnbreaker trying to come in, land those key picks. Is this going to work? Star-Lord gets hit, and the Hammer Down lands on no one. Only one left on point. Dawnbreaker v Sick Botch. Is this going to be enough? No, the rest of the team shows up, boops him off the point, and that's gonna be it.
Wow.
Monarch lands the 3-0. Well done.
And again, it's just the fact of getting your team back. And with Frost having such a long run from spawn, that's just such a problem for them. If they lose one, Monarch has the huge spawn advantage in that exact situation, but at the same time, they almost don't because of the overtime taking away that extended respawn timer. But they were able to get their whole team together, and once they got their whole team together, then it started looking extremely good for Monarch, and they ended up pulling it out, and that's 3-0 on the side of Monarch.
I mean, I do have to give it to Frost though. They had it was a good fight. They fought the good fight, but unfortunately, it was just that last bit. You know, they just couldn't find that focus fire that they really needed to continuously melt people down. And that's
for sure.
That's incredibly important, especially after Riddle popped that. What was it, 4K?
Yeah, that 4K High Noon was just huge, and tell you what, that should have swayed the fight, and it didn't end up doing it. So,
right.
But either way,
I hope that Frost goes back to the to the virtual locker room and really just kind of discusses things. I really hope they're not discouraged by this. I'm honestly seeing an incredible performance by them, and it's not like they're getting completely steamrolled, because that's really not what's happening. They're holding their own. They're keeping themselves forward. It's just not, it's not enough. And
This is a different Frost team than we've been seeing in the last few weeks. Like, they are playing so much better tonight than they have been, but it's just barely not enough, because Monarch is just on top of it tonight and just absolutely rolling through. They've all been very close games, so don't get me twisted saying that Monarch's just absolutely steamrolling, because they're not. They are very close games. And I'm very proud of Frost coming out here tonight and putting up the fight that they're putting up.
Right, and I hope that they manage to make it work later on down the road. But it looks like we're going to be getting Bravery in for tonight, as we're going to get started here for the final match of the night in Kings Row. Ladies and gentlemen in the crowd, go ahead and start giving us a hashtag for who you think is your player of the match. Just go ahead and get that right underway. Trickster, let's get it started.
One more swap.
One more swap? Are you serious? Why would you do this to me?
I am.
We also brought in Exotic Noob for Jag the Nerd, so that's a good one too. Ooh, we're seeing Widow Faker come in now for the Riddle?
Yep. Widow Faker and Bravery is subbing in. So we're going to see them here for the first time tonight. For those of you who do pay attention, they are originally part of Titans. So now they're here in the Plat Division. Let's see what they got for us tonight. And what do you think we could be expecting?
I'm not really 100% sure, because I have seen Widow Faker playing some DPS. We practiced scrimmed against their open division team, and she played a little bit of DPS, so maybe that's what we'll see from her. But at the same time, Sick Foch is the one that's in right now, so we may either see goats from them with her on the Zarya, or we're actually going to see her on the Moira, it looks like.
Oh, that's a shift. I'm not really used to seeing her anything outside of the OT position, so that's going to be new. Star-Lord still staying in on his Ana, Kroski on the Brigida, so we're seeing a relatively normal composition, except Matt Raptor's playing the Tracer. And then we're looking at Sick Foch still back on his Doomfist. And I gotta say, that's really, really important here for Monarch, because they've got two people that can play Doomfist. So that's incredibly dangerous. Just saying.
It is. They are both incredible Doomfists, and they were both doing extremely well on it. And now we've got Sick Foch on that, and Eternal taking over the Sombra. This is going to be scary for the side of Frost.
Alrighty, and Monarch, first ones to push, first ones to fight. Running in, Bravery on the Monkey, though. Not going to be on his signature, Reinhardt. So this one's going to be new. Epic Sinner trying to keep the front lines, a real big danger zone, as Eternal on the Sombra, looking around, trying to scout out, see what he can find. Probably trying to isolate, trying to get onto Dawnbreaker. Manages to almost land the hack. And Dawnbreaker starts off swinging. Bravery in some trouble, gets taken out by Epic Sinner, and Dawnbreaker looking for a charge, not landing on anyone. Eternal having to go ahead and back off, and that's going to be a successful hold here from Frost.
I really like seeing this Tracer come out from Matt Raptor. Tracer's one that we don't see a whole lot in the OCCScrims, and we were talking about that during our Silver Division game. Chibi Kitty ended up pulling it out for a few, and it just kind of made us realize that we don't really see a whole lot of Tracer. So every once in a while, it's really nice to see that come.
Alrighty, and here they go in once again. Dawnbreaker still up into the front lines, keeping that protection, as Bravery trying to decide what angle he needs to come in from. But it looks like exactly what they need to be doing, waiting on Matt Raptor to decide when he wants to go ahead and swing on in. Getting a little bit impatient. Sick Foch taking out Matt Raptor, forcing the 5v6. And Sick Foch, seeing it as an opportunity, gets taken out though. Kroski gets taken out by Psycon. And Dawnbreaker still trying to help the team keep things going. Bunny Chan being an extreme nuisance in the background, seeing if he can land it on anyone. And he gets nano boosted, trying to go in on Bravery. Bravery just barely gets taken out. Oh, the cancel! the ultimate Dawnbreaker just swinging away, taking out quite a few, looking in for the pick on Bunny Chan, manages to land it, and Matt Raptor cleans it up on Sick Botch, has to go ahead and get out of there, and this is absolutely wonderful. I'm loving this Tracer play.
That was a huge shatter coming out from Dawnbreaker too, canceling out that Coalescence. I didn't think that Dawnbreaker's shatter was gonna hit Widowfaker on that Moira, but it ended up landing on her, and that was just perfect.
Dawnbreaker gets hacked once again, but Epic Sinner with a quick turn and quick takeout. There looks like they're coming in. Sick Fotch is back on his signature Pharah, raining damage down, and here comes a grab as Dawnbreaker charges in, trying to land a pick, and right now Sick Fotch is just raining terrible damage from up above. Has to go ahead and stop as Monarch gets pushed back yet once again. And Matt Raptor being an incredible nuisance into their backline, but this will be for nothing if they can't get rid of Sick Fotch.
60 seconds remaining.
Man, Frost is just looking so good right now on this defense. I don't know what they're doing to just absolutely shut down Monarch, but it's working.
Oh! The 1-2 punch once again. Bunny Chan and Eternal really making use of their ultimates. Oh my god.
At that point, I think you see the Diva Bomb come in, and maybe you just run for the doorway. You know that Reinhardt shield is probably going to go down. You might just need to run inside. That's scary, man. Knowing that Sombra's there, probably has EMP, because you haven't seen one all game. And then that Diva Bomb flies in, and you know that you're done.
See, I think that really falls into game sense. You have to consider that might be what they're going to use against you, and you might have to find a way to stop that from happening. Because my goodness, that is just frustrating, to be quite frank with you. But I gotta hand it.
I've had that happen. Done it.
Oh, and here comes Dawnbreaker swinging away, takes out Bravery, and Dawnbreaker finding his stride, but he's got to be careful. And I'm telling you, man, this is it's great teamwork here from both sides. Eternal and Bunny Chan really, really coordinating between the two of them, trying to get those key picks. And Sick Fotch has got his ultimate, and he's trying to do something sneaky, trying to go in for a quick pick. Epic Sinner takes out Eternal, but Eternal managed to take out Star-Lord. And Krosky popping out his ultimate, and it looks like he's going to get a little bit aggressive. This might be just a little bit too much for him to handle, though. Has to go ahead and back off. Manages to stay alive, and Dawnbreaker manages to push back the rest of the team. Bravery, though, on a rampage, starts swinging away. A Sick Fotch looking for an opening, doesn't find any need to pop out his ultimate, though. An Exotic Noob trying to keep Dawnbreaker alive, has to go ahead and back off as Bravery just really keeps that offense pushing and pushing. Exotic Noob barely gets out with his life, but Bunny Chan just on the hunt, manages to take him out. That's going to be tough. Bunny Chan is just aggressive tonight.
Bunny Chan is playing extremely well too, and I love to see Bunny Chan on that Diva because, like you said, Eternal and Bunny Chan both working extremely well together, and they almost have another bomb EMP combo coming up here. Eternal's at 95% and they have the bomb.
And Exotic Noob still up in the front, manages to Graviton. Oh, and Widowfaker trying to keep the dream alive. Takes out Dawnbreaker. Incredible use of ultimate right there with the 1-2 punch. Epic Sinner trying to keep that backline alive, and they've got to be careful. Their trickling is coming up pretty difficult, or pretty badly actually. Let me just find another word for that. Krosky switching over to the Moira, trying to see if maybe they get a little bit more AoE heals in terms of, well, at least not having to swing at people. Eternal going around the backline, looking to see if maybe he can land a hack. Oh, and here comes the 1-2 punch once again. Oh my god. And they've got to be careful with this, man. They are playing that incredibly well. Epic Sinner gets tossed back onto the spawn point, and right now Matt Raptor pops out the ultimate, trying to keep the dream alive, but Psycon pops out the ultimate. Oh, and Sick Fotch pops out his ultimate. Is that going to be enough? Manages to land 2 kills. Bravery still swinging away. Frost looks like they might still be able to make this happen. Try maybe keep it going. Dawnbreaker takes out Bravery, and he's just swinging away. Widowfaker might have to go ahead and back off. She's got a little bit too much more than she can chew. And Bunny Chan still on the point, trying to be a nuisance. Manages to get out, though, with his mech. That's going to be incredible here.
Luckily, it seemed like Frost was realizing that that was about to happen. They saw that bomb, and about 4 of the 6 started to run for a doorway, starting to get behind cover. And unfortunately, Dawnbreaker was not able to get out, and I believe there was one more too. So only 2-piece instead of a 4 or 5K on that bomb this time.
Gotta minimize it, and here comes Krosky popping out his ultimate with Sigfox chucking out Apex Sinners, and right now it's looking like an anime battle as the streams are shooting at each other, but Widowfaker still making work of what she has left, and Dawnbreaker, the only one left on point with Matt Raptor, swinging away, gets taken out. Matt Raptor pops out the ultimate. Can he be the savior for Frost? And it doesn't look like he's able to land anything outside of Matt Raptor, and that's gonna be it for Monarch.
Matt Raptor got that blade back up extremely fast, though. It was one fight right after another. He did use them, so good on him for building that up so fast and trying to do as much as he could to keep that point rolling.
Yeah, but
Sorry, the clock.
I agree with you though. Like, good on Frost for recognizing what might have happened, because that was I think that was incredibly important.
It's definitely important they realize that combo's a thing, because that's their win condition at that point.
But I also have to give it to Bunny Chan and Eternal. Bunny Chan for aiming it properly, and then Eternal on the timing. You notice he waits till like that last second, right before it blows up, pops his ultimate, and then death everywhere.
I thought he missed it on the last one. I thought he hit it just a little bit too late, and then 2 kills came out from the bomb, and I'm like, okay, never mind. He did get it. He somehow got it. I'm not sure how, but he got it.
No, fantastic teamwork here for Monarch, and I'm loving it. I'm loving to see Bravery kind of come in here and you know, with Bravery and Widowfaker, you know, they're both coming from gold teams, actually, just like you have, and now starting to make their way onto the Platinum division. And I'm seeing them that, you know, that was actually a very successful push, especially once they started to get kind of the rhythm going. So let's see if they can keep this up, specifically on defense. Eternal on his signature Doomfist. Can Frost manage to get this 1W? Dawnbreaker up to the front. Let's see how it goes. And Dawnbreaker making his way onto the main choke point, looking around, trying to see where Eternal might be. And Eternal still hiding around, very super sneaky. But Exotic Noob manages to find him in Eternal, realizing he has to go ahead and back off as Dawnbreaker finally realizes starts making his way forward, but he gets pushed, could be out of position. And Epic Center taking out Eternal. That could be huge here for the side of Frost, because the Monarch does not have spawn advantage. Dawnbreaker still trying to swing away, trying to get Bunny Chan, who might be just a little bit too over his head. Getting backed up by Krosky, and the healing starting to come in. It might be possible. This could work. Exotic Noob up in the top, trying to put a little pressure here on Sigfox, but Sigfox playing a wonderful Hanzo, raining his storm arrows in. Oh, manages to land it. And the ultimate already from Psycon. Incredible job as Bravery, incredibly aggressive and angry, swings away. And that's going to be a hold here for Monarch.
This is, again, a pick that I haven't seen from Psycon. I usually just see his Lucio, and I love his Lucio play, but it's good to know now that he can play every support. At least the ones that we've seen. We've seen Zenyatta, Ana, and Lucio all from him tonight, at least that I remember, and he's played all of them extremely well, getting that nano boost up extremely fast.
And here comes... Oh, Sigfox taking out Matt Raptor, and the win conditions for Frost are just not there right now. Eternal being incredibly aggressive as Exotic Noob starts looking for him. Epic Center takes out Sigfox, and the ultimate comes out from Krosky as they manage to take out Eternal. This could be the win conditions that are needed for Frost. Dawnbreaker getting his way onto the point. Bravery anti-nated. This could be dangerous. Manages to land it. Here comes a Diva Bomb. Is that going to land? Lands it on Psycon. That's going to be a big pick. In the background, Bunny Chan gets hacked. This could be dangerous. Second tick underway. Bunny Chan gets put to sleep, gets taken out, and that's going to be a quick grab. Well, not a quick grab, but a grab here from Frost.
I'm glad to see that they are making the progress that they need to in this fight. I'm definitely glad that they got a hold of that first point, because that just shows that they can beat Monarch. They can pick this team apart, and they're doing extremely well at it right now.
I'm really enjoying seeing just a little bit more awareness from the rest of the team in terms of Frost, because they're peeling the moment they see Eternal going in for the back line.
And that's what they should be doing, because Eternal is a huge threat, especially on that Doomfist. Really on anything.
No! And here comes the hammer down came in, but a counter hammer down. Unfortunately, though, Monarch might be winning this battle, but they've spent, what was it, 3 ultimates in one particular fight. This might not be to the best of their advantage.
Definitely not. Frost is pushing through right now.
Very, very true. And I mean, they've got to be careful here. Bunny Chan anti-nated, and this could be bad if Krosky manages to land. The rest of this doesn't look like, and Bunny Chan still trying to hold an incredibly aggressive front line. Sick Fotch trying to see maybe he can get something up on the flanks, and Matt Raptor lands a kill on Sick Fotch. All they need is Dawnbreaker to hurry up and get onto the point. Dawnbreaker coming in 1v1 against Bravery. And we've got a pause here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't understand why, though.
What's going on here?
We will find.
There it is.
There he goes. Exotic Noob has gone.
I'm a little sad, though. I'm used to seeing Clever in the and usually yelling "rig" the moment he sees it.
Yeah.
That made me a little sad, Panda.
Eternal in the game chat saying only 1. I think that's a record.
Oh, you Eternal.
But alrighty, I mean, what have you been seeing here, Dank?
What I've been seeing is a different Frost team. Frost is pushing extremely aggressive, just playing fantastically right now. And I don't know if it's because of the swaps that came out on the side of Monarch, but even then, Brave and Widow are both playing extremely well. Seeing Brave, Widow, and Starlord all coming up tonight from that Gold Division, inside of the OCCScrims, Gold Division and Plat Division are so much different. And I can only say that because I've played in both teams for a few scrims now, and they just feel so different. They move at such a different pace. They're so much faster paced games. The comps are different. The skill of the players is so different. And it's just crazy to me how fast they are adapting and doing extremely well in this, because Brave is playing really aggressive and just doing everything that he needs to as Monarch's Reinhardt right now.
I was told to swap Jagan because Noob's PC crashed.
Oh, that's not good. But they've got to back up. They're going to manage to make this work. Unfortunately, though, this might spell disaster here for the side of Frost, as now where Exotic Noob was, Jag the Nerd is going to have to go ahead and reset, and that's going to be relatively dangerous.
It's unfortunate because I think Exotic Noob almost had Diva Bomb, or did have Diva Bomb.
Here comes the ultimate. Oh, here it comes the 1-2 punch. Oh, the High Noon comes in, but Sick Fotch takes out Epic Sinner. They've got to get onto the point. I understand they want to get these kills, but that might not be enough. Ooh, and Sick Fotch takes out Matt Raptor with the Sonic Arrow. But that's the thing, they've got short spawns, so they should be able to make it there relatively quickly. Dawnbreaker still up into the front lines, creating a solid line here for the side of Frost. And they've got to hurry up and consider what they're going to be doing as Eternal leaps into the back line. Oh, and the hammer down comes in from Bravery, but it might not be enough. Oh, he comes in, lands it on Jag the Nerd, and Eternal starts swinging away. Matt Raptor takes him out, though. And that's gonna be a reset here for the side of Frost. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. What do you got here, Dank?
I think Eternal was a really big part in that fight. He was sitting up in the top above that mega room, and nobody knew that he was there because they don't have any way to really know that he was there unless Jag jumps up there. And he got huge burst damage onto the entire team right at the beginning of the fight.
Ooh, Matt Raptor takes out, or gets taken out by Eternal, and Kroski coming out incredibly aggressive. The hammer down comes in, takes out Widowfaker, and they've got to hurry up and get onto the point. Epic Center takes out Eternal as Sick Botch managing to land his, or get out of there, but they've got to be careful. Jag the Nerd getting up there right above him, starts shooting in, but Sick Botch incredibly smart plays, manages to get out with a pick on Epic Center. Oh, and here comes a grab, the 1-2 punch. Is that going to be it? And that's going to be all for the tanks. Kroski in some danger, going to go ahead and back off. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It looks like time is starting to tick here for the side of Frost. What you got, Dank?
Man, I'm not 100% sure. I think Frost is going to be able to take this, but it's going to be a little bit rough for him. Monarch is looking really well, really good now with Jag coming in instead of Exotic Noob, because Jag has taken kind of a minute to build up that ultimate where they just kind of lost it from Exotic Noob DCing, and it's going to be rough for him, but I think they can do it.
And Bravery, Nano pops in, huge shatter, gets a 3K. Coming out looking for extra picks. Doesn't look like it's gonna be enough though. Bunny Chen, incredibly aggressive, manages to scare away Jag the Nerd, and that's gonna be another reset here for Frost, and they're just losing it by the minute. They don't have a lot of time. They've got to make something happen, and right now Sick Botch is just incredibly frustrating to fight against. Ooh, and here they go in once again. Dawnbreaker into the front line. All right, they're going for the 1-2 punch. Oh my God, they managed to make it work. Triple kill, Sick Botch up onto the flanks. He knows this is not a fight for him to win. Throws up the dragons onto the point, manages to land it on Epic Center. Oh, and he gets taken out. Can the rest of the team make it? And no.
That's the combo we were trying to see Frost pull off that whole game, where Monarch pulled it off probably about 3 times. Frost did end up pulling it off at the very end. That's what won them that final push.
You're absolutely right. That was incredible. Well done here by Matt Raptor and Jag the Nerd, using that 1-2 punch combo. I'm loving how they're using that now. I don't really see that combo often, but the fact that I'm seeing it now, I'm really happy that I am, and the fact that they're both using it, fantastic.
We tried to pull it on, I believe it was Monarch, 2 weeks ago on OSA, and we threw the bomb, and I was a little bit late coming out of stealth, and I think we got a 3K with the bomb, and then my EMP was just kind of fireworks for the rest of the play of the game, because it was just a huge bomb with an EMP that didn't really do anything.
And Frost, this might be the first victory of the night if they could play this correctly. 1 minute on the clock for Monarch to make this happen. Cap and Matt Raptor feeling wonderful on the Sombra, remains in there with Epic Center as the McCree. Now the question is, can they make it work? Can they hold this for 1 solid minute? And it might be some dangerous territory, because Sick Botch on his signature Pharah might be able to make life hell. It is extremely up to Matt Raptor on what he can do in their back line. However, Eternal getting the hack on Dawnbreaker, and this could be relatively dangerous as they go ahead and back off here. And Epic Center trying to take out Sick Botch, but out of position in a dangerous area. Oh, and the hook comes in, but manages to stay alive. Oh no, and Dawnbreaker in a bad spot, gets taken out by Bunny Chan, and Sick Botch just raining damage upon the rest of the team. Swinging it, going down. Bravery gets hooked, but that might not be enough. Jag the Nerd trying to stall out, trying to keep going, but gets taken out. As we go off into the overtime, all Frost has to do is win this once, and they effectively get him off the point, get him in there for their offensive push.
I think the big key to that fight was Sick Botch. He wasn't completely contested, but he wasn't completely uncontested either. But with only the McCree coming out to try to battle that pharmacy combo, it's a little rough to deal with.
I mean, that being said, though, you could also, in theory, hack the Pharah. You know,
Or even
bring
if
her-
you hack the Mercy, makes that Pharah just a little bit easier to deal with.
And it looks like Frost is going to go ahead and back off here a little bit as the ultimate's popped out. Ooh, manages to land it, but gets taken out. Oh, Injustice rains from above, but only manages to take out Krosky. Oh, takes out Epic Center as well. And they are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Can't really figure out where to go or what to do. Dawnbreaker, in desperation, charges in against Psycon, but it's not going to be enough. Bunny-chan, once again, extremely aggressive. And annoyingly popping out his voice line.
He's been doing that the entire round. Tell you what, that is already on my nerves.
Oh, Matt Raptor gets sick Fotch with the revive coming in from Widowfaker. And right now, Frost is giving them a lot of space. Matt Raptor once again on sick Fotch. So we're starting to see the contesting. Oh, and the hammer down comes in with a nano boosted, and that's going to be it right before point B.
0.01 meters remaining on that. That was an extremely close one. The shatter coming out, and that was huge.
Oof. But that's the thing, though.
Initiating match.
Tell you what, that Bob on top of that shatter. We have Krosky in our match chat saying, "Dude, please stop with the voice line."
I know, like that's what, like you could almost hear them saying that, right? Like during that shatter and Bob combo right there, you could almost hear Frost like saying, "God damn it, shut up with that thing."
I'm wondering, does he have a hotkey? He probably has a hotkey. Just sitting there spamming it.
I have my voice lines on G. I almost want to somehow bind it to space as well, so I can jump and use my voice line at the same time.
You would be the most frustrating person to play against.
Yes, I would, because especially when I play Brigitte, I never stop jumping.
Oh my god. That's absolutely terrifying.
It
What
is.
voice line do you use?
I don't really have my voice line set up for Brig for whatever reason.
No, I'm saying, which one do you normally like to use?
I really like May's Sorry, and then Bastion's one that is his Christmas song, because you can spam that the entire match and will never get spam blocked as long as you wait until the end of the voice line.
Oh my god, and here comes Matt Raptor on the Far Mercy, trying to make things happen, and oh no, the May coming in from Sick Fotch. Sick Fotch is anti-nated though, and this could be disaster if Frost can make things work. Jag the Nerd being extremely annoying, and the picks are starting to come in for Frost. They're starting to make it happen. Dawnbreaker takes out Bravery, and Bunny-chan being extremely annoying. God dang it, I would be extremely upset and annoyed, and it looks like Dawnbreaker is releasing all that anger and frustration onto Bunny-chan, as Frost has an impressive point A grab here. So they've tied it up 4-4, but this is the last match. There will be no ties, so they've got to make it work for them. Jag Nerd might be a little bit too over his head. Matt Raptor loses the fight against Sick Fotch. Krosky goes in for the res, but that's a 1-for-1 trade. And it doesn't look like it's going to help. Nerf this, comes out. Oh, they managed to get out of there just in time. But it looks like it was well enough to go ahead and be a zoning ultimate. Sick Fotch still incredibly annoying up in the air. This could still be a W here for the side of Frost. The hammer down comes in. Oh, with the reverse hammer down, and gets nano boosted. Oh, but Dawnbreaker gets taken out. Jag the Nerd swinging it away, and no, this might be it. That's not going to be enough, folks. Epic Center pops out the ultimate, but Frost getting off the point, not able to make it happen. That's going to be all 4-0 for Monarch tonight.
That was such a close game, and it was great to see Frost almost come back on it, because man, Monarch got a lot of space on that first push they had on the second round that they attacked, but man, those bomb EMP combos were just huge this whole game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just absolutely huge. Sorry, I was going somewhere with that, and then seeing that play of the game just threw me off.
Well, the unfortunate part is that it looks like Bunny-chan knows where, so he just kind of just sends it directly down the line. I mean, granted, and Dawnbreaker does exactly what he needs. Sees it, it's like, all right, gonna block it, and then Eternal comes out of nowhere, and then there's just nothing you can do. At that point, you just accept your death.
About all you can do if you're not close to a doorway.
But all right, we have gotten to the end of our program. Once again, in the chat, please give us a hashtag for who you think is your player of the match. Dank, let's start off with you today.
I'm going to give it to Star-Lord. He, coming up from the Gold Division, played extremely well tonight, and it's such a huge change of pace seeing him go from that Reinhardt to that Ana, and tell you what, he played it extremely well.
Alrighty, Trickster.
I think I'm gonna give it to Eternal on this one because the bomb grab on Hanamuru and his place as Saria and just the hacks he gave out to help his team forward. I just felt, that was just really nice to see as in Overwatch.
Peeps.
I just, I'm taking the easy way out. I'm going to do a 2 for 1 for each team because there was a lot this game that could be called out as making a player worth it, but I'm going to give it to Jag and Bunny-chan for being the king of the stall. There was some really, really good point stalls by both of them, and yeah, I'm going to give it to them for that.
Yeah, to me, I'm going to go ahead and join forces here with Trickster. Eternal played incredibly well, and that's the thing. As DPS, he was playing every role properly, whether it was on the Doomfist, whether it was on the Widow, whether it was on the Sombra. He was always around an incredible nuisance. So tonight, Eternal, you get my love, man. But alrighty, it looks like that is it for the end. I'm seeing a lot of love here for Eternal as well. Dank, somebody gave you a little bit of love as well.
Ooh.
Hashtag Dink Monkey.
Hey.
But alrighty, folks, once again, we have hit the end of our show for the night. Afterwards, if you are part of the server, whether you're subbed or, you're just one of our players, I believe that they're going to try to get a community night started. Not 100% sure on that. Just stay tuned for that. We do have the Diamonds playing on Monday, so don't miss that. We will have a special announcement coming in later on this week, so please keep your eyes in the Discord, and we'll also let it out through our multiple outlets so that you guys may know what's coming up. Aw, Kirk is your best friend.
Best friend.
Well, alrighty. As I say every night, please let everyone you know. Please let everyone you know. Just either watch us or if you yourself are just an Overwatch aficionado and you really just want to be part of a team, go ahead and sign up. It costs you nothing. Just a little bit of your attentions. Apply. Whether you're going to be a coach, whether you're going to be a player, we could really use you. We really have a lot of fun people that hop on in, and that's the thing. I feel like in this particular environment, you could really play Overwatch in the way it's meant to be played, rather than just a quick play or ranked environment. You can have your 6v6s, and you can have this kind of coordination on a more regular basis. So, does anyone have anything else to add to this?
Yeah, I want to throw a quick shout out to our golds that are moving up to Platinum Division, Star-Lord, Bravery, and Widow Faker. You guys all did great tonight. It was good to see Brave and Widow get some play time, and I think you guys all adjusted extremely well. And I'm excited to go against all three of you coming up in our games.
Ooh, that is both a challenge, a compliment, and a threat. So, alrighty, if there's nothing else to add, I am the Loud T-Rex. That is the Dank Monkey.
Dank Monkey, sorry. Spaced out for a second, my bad.
I didn't know what you were doing. You're just like...
There's Trickster, and then our camera guy Peeps. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.